Good evening from Kenya. Good morning if you're not in Kenya or in another part of the world. And welcome to another edition of Facebook Live from Kenya every Saturday. First, I would like to make an apology. Unfortunately, we were not able to go live last Saturday. I think this is the second time that this has happened. I'll tell you the story. Every minute, 10, 15, or 5 minutes just before we go live, we have a power failure. That makes it very hard for us to go live. Our gadgets can actually work without power, but would be in the dark. So next time it happens, I think we'll still go live. We'll just be on the dark. So thank you for those who regularly tune in, and apologies for those who tuned in last Saturday and were not able to watch. You may notice our new look studio, which would be full of books and school uniforms and stuff like that. And the reason is it's on Friday, next Friday, 8th of September, is International Literacy Day. And so from today on going on to the next Saturday, we would like us Just Tea farmers through Just Tea to tell you stories about our literacy program that we are doing here in Kenya. And just to start us off, if I read the three, four lines of this book. Juma and Pendo walked into the kitchen. Their mother is making tea. It's glad she's making tea. Mother, there's a stranger in the living room. They both whisper. Hello, children. That is Mr. Kilowatt. He's from Kenya Power. The mother says, Kenya what? Kenya Power. I said Kenya Power. The company that provides electricity. Their mother explains. Yes, I choose today to tell you and to read for you that as the beginning line of our Facebook Live story. And in economies like Kenyan economies, people really struggle to get jobs. For our farmers, for the people who work in the farms, it really, really helps that they have a job. It means quite a lot to them. But sincerely speaking, just having a job, unfortunately, does not guarantee the ability for them to get out of the poverty trap and the poverty cycle. Beyond having a job, they should be able to educate their children, because education is one avenue that people can break out of the poverty cycle and move on to the next level. So we talk about jobs, and then we talk about the ability for them to educate their children. So here at Tumoitis, what we do is we began a literacy program, and the idea behind the literacy program is to really influence children from the schools very much within the cottage factory to be able to read, to write, and to communicate. The ability to read, write, and communicate fluently in English and Swahili would be the greatest benefit in helping them advance into the next level of their life. So that's why we choose this studio today and for the next number of days that, reflects our commitment towards literacy of children. And the way the program runs is, we are right now partnering with 3 schools within a 2-kilometer radius from our tea factory, and engaging over 75 different children who regularly come once a month for creative writing workshops, for reading workshops. We have lots of these kinds of books. Mr. Kilowatt is a very interesting book because not only does it teach about energy conservation, it also helps the children to be able to communicate better. So these are the kind of books we have, that have a 2-3-pronged approach, talking about energy conservation, environmental impact of, deforestation and stuff like that. But yes, some books are, about the hare and the rabbit and the mouse and all those kinds of things. But this literacy program that runs, courtesy of Vivian, our volunteer teacher, every once in a month allows 75 to 100 different students to come for workshops where they are taught to read, to write, to communicate better in English mainly, and also in Swahili. So over the next number of days, we'll be sharing pictures, through Just Tea of the different children and the programs we do, what they participate in. We'll also, next Saturday actually, is the day that we usually have the workshop. Schools just opened in Kenya. We normally have the workshop where they participate in, and deliberately next Saturday, the workshop is usually held during the day, but we'll be moving a portion of that workshop, not the full portion, to 8:30 in the evening next week, so that you get a feel of what we do with the children. So we would like to ask you, tune in next Saturday, be part of us during this International Literacy Week. We'll share with you the children, the stories, the stuff we do to promote literacy, and the program we have with our partners in Canada, Just Tea. More than that, I would always want to add that yes, as Tumoi Teas, we believe our product is not only tea, but tea with a story. So besides really investing in literacy, I think we are building the next storytellers who will tell you the story of your tea. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.